Hey guys, so I am here again with baby Jade, and as you can see, she still has on her LOVE shirt. So a lot of people ask questions such as, you know, how much should I pick up my doll, or, you know, is playing with them taking away the value of them? And all this great stuff that, you know, I guess because we hear people like criticize and say, oh my God, you know, if you interact with them so much, you know, they're worn, they're not in good condition, they're not as good as they are if you hold them or whatever. And then of course you hear the artists say, these dolls are art dolls, they are not meant to play with. And oh my gosh, I so hate that. I'm sorry, I do. I hate it. I get it. You know, me just starting to paint and everything or whatever. I get it. I understand what they're saying. I mean, I know it's like you have that fear of, oh my God, what if this collector play with this doll, play with this baby that I've made, and then, you know, something goes wrong, you know, the paint come off, God forbid, or something, and, you know, it's like, yeah, okay, I get that. I really do. I get it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, that's what we do with these dolls. You know, we buy tons of clothes. We buy bottles and pacifiers and all this great stuff. So, you know, we're going to play with them. So my thing is like, okay, can you do something or find something that's going to make them a little bit more durable than when the dolls first came out? Surely the craft has evolved over time, and there's more durable products out there and ways to, you know, make stuff last. So my answer to that is that, you know what? I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna play with my dolls. I do have some that sit on the shelf. Not necessarily per se on the shelf, but there are some that just stay staged around my house, and that's pretty much it. I'll be honest, a lot of times Jade may be just laying in her bed just like this, and I may peep over here at her or whatever, but guess what? When I have downtime or Gabby's not here or something like that, guess what? I pick Jade up. I'll hold Jade for a little bit. I'll change Jade clothes. If I'm having a rough day, a lot of anxiety, guess what? I'll put Jade in the baby bag with me. I'll take her with me and travel with me. Yeah, so I'm going to interact with my dolls. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't pay that kind of money to just not enjoy it. And when I say that, let me tell you, that works two ways, honey. If your enjoyment is nothing but to have the most beautiful doll sitting in a glass case and that's how you get your enjoyment, then so be it. But what I'm not gonna do is let somebody come and dictate to me how I handle my collection. Now when I get ready to sell the doll, of course, if anything's changed, if the color faded or there's a rip or a tear, I'm just gonna disclose that. So if I lose a little bit of value on the doll, okay, guess what? I've had it for 2 years or so. I've got my wear and tear out of it, you know. Okay, yeah, we can reduce, but at the same time, you know, I'm gonna enjoy my dolls. I have dolls that, like I say, with Jade, I think she get dressed and changed more than Lizzie, a lot more than Lizzie, but, and I interact with her a lot more, but I've looked her over tons and tons times, and she is all intact still. Everything looks the same. All her paintings look the same. She still feels the same way. Her matting hasn't went away or anything. So you know what? Say, you know what, aunties? I think I am good. Look at this little fat little tummy. I love to see it. Watch this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that little stomach just pooch out. I just love it. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my babies. I'm not gonna be like all afraid. Powdering your babies. Well, here's the thing. Powdering really came about because the dolls would get, silicone babies were, quote unquote, known for being sticky and tacky, or, you know, shiny or whatever, and you powder them down and they get this powdery finish and they're all feeling all buttery soft and smooth and silky. That is great. I also like the powdering. Something about taking the time and powdering just does something for me. I don't know, maybe I'm weird. But with my ethnic babies, because my AA babies, I should say, my black babies, putting powder on a dark baby makes them look ashy. So it's just like a no-go for me when it comes to that. So I haven't been able to powder Jade. Lizzie don't need it, so I don't use it. Like I said, if you want to get the baby powder smell, you can either spray their clothes while it's hanging with some powder fresh and let it hang in the closet. And then once it's dry, then put it on the baby. I wouldn't recommend spraying any perfume type stuff on your baby, you know, on the clothes while the baby is wearing it. Maybe on their cloth body, you could put a little powder or something to get the baby fresh. If they don't need powder, I don't really use it. But let's say you got if I had a light skin or biracial or Caucasian baby and I wanted to powder it, I'd powder it. And you know what? That's where the rinsing it off comes in handy. Every so often, it's good to rinse that baby off. Now, there are some people that will tell you all these different stories about how the water is going to soak into it and lift up the pain and all this great stuff and whoop the woo and la 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 la. And I'm not going to argue with them on that point, because maybe their dolls it will happen, you know. But if the artists themselves say that they think the baby will be fine with a little bit of water, rinsing it off every now and then. Of course, you shouldn't be bathing. I'm sorry, I'm doing stuff and walking away from the camera. You shouldn't be bathing the baby every night like it's a real baby. It's not throwing up on itself or pooping for real. And so therefore, you shouldn't have to bathe your doll every night. If you do, that's your problem. And if that's what you want to do, go ahead, bathe the mat right on off, because that's probably what's going to happen. But I see people putting lotion on their dolls too. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I won't do it. But to each his own. Again, it's your money. You play with your money how you want to play with your money. But I just wanted to put that out there. I know some of my friends are expecting silicone babies for the first time. And they asked me like these questions, and I figured I'd just put it in a video, because if you have the questions, I'm sure it's other new mommies that's having the questions too. As far as the hair falling out, coming out, even from my cheapest silicone babies that I got, which was from Ross Bailey, the hair never really fell out. And I actually really combed those babies' hair because they were like tangly. She didn't directionally root, so they got tangled. I would hold the root of the hair like this and kind of get the kinks out. But again, it just depends on how deep it's rooted and who did it. Everybody, maybe some silicone babies' hair do fall out on the pillow as soon as you lay it down. It just depends on how they were rooted. I haven't had that experience yet, but if I did, I'd probably take a needle and a piece of hair to it and just try to root it again or have it re-rooted or something. I'm just not gonna operate in fear of my collecting. Anything that I do in life and it's a part supposed to be for enjoyment, I want to be able to enjoy it. Pacifiers, I don't recommend you using gigantic big fat nipples putting it in the baby mouth. Even if the mouth is wide open, you can easily split the sides over here. You know, Jade's cheeks is very soft, but her head, I can't squeeze it because she has an actual skull. But yeah, she can put a pretty nice size nipple in her mouth, but guess what? I still prefer to actually just use the small nipples. I love the really tiny nipples like these. You'll find that most of my pacifiers have the small nipples. There's another one. That's how I roll with my nipples. Small, flat. Now this is a 3-month size nipple, and it's pretty on the fat side for me, but I still it's still smaller than a lot of the other ones. But those real big ones, I wouldn't stretch my baby mouth out for that. But you know, it's your baby again. So yeah, so powdering is fine. Rinsing them off is fine. I wouldn't like scrub it down with Johnson & Johnson just because they say you can put a little Johnson & Johnson in the bath. I just really stay away from the soaps. But, you know, just for entertaining purposes, sometimes I might give it a little, put a little bit in there for bubbles or something like that. I don't know. But I really don't put soap on my babies. That's just me. And so if you guys have any other questions that I might can answer, I'm not like the guru of silicone babies, but I do try to be very careful with them. I don't like putting shoes on my silicone babies. I know I will put them on there. Like right now, Lizzie's been wearing hard bottoms for a while, but they're a little bit bigger than her actual shoe size, so I'm not squeezing or nothing or forcing nothing on her feet. I'm very particular about that. So yeah, my babies even rarely wear socks, but you know, I think it's okay. You just have to be extra careful. Just enjoy your dolls, okay? All right, guys. Well, that is it for the day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment below, and click that bell if you haven't so that you don't miss the next episode of whatever it may be on my channel. Who knows? You know me, right? Cha-cha now.